A circle to land is one of the most challenging approaches in the book, and if it's not done using the proper practices like in our SOPs, it can get pretty ugly. Safety consultant Neil Singer has some eye-opening thoughts. Neil?
Thanks, Charlie. We trained for a circle to land, but we don't often fly them. When things go wrong, they can go wrong pretty quickly. Let's look at a pilot flying the Teterboro ILS-6 circle to runway 1. Winds are strong out of the northwest. You may have read about a similar accident. Let's watch.
Well, this is really great. First landing at Teterboro and a circle. And the winds are crazy. It's like 30 knots. Okay.
Citation 416 Delta Mike, cross Dandy at 1,500. You contact the tower now, 11.5 at Dandy.
Dandy at 1,519.5, 416 Delta Mike. Alright, landing checklist is complete.
Delta Mike is supposed to be at 1,500 at Dandy. Say altitude.
6 Delta Mike, we're at 2,000 descending at this time. We can go to 1,300. Just pitch it on down. And break out. Start the turn. Alright, start the turn.
Delta Mike, you're still on frequency.
Delta Mike, we're switching.
Shake rate.
And Tower 416 Delta Mike's with you, circle to runway 1.
416 Delta Mike's clear to land, runway 1.
Clear to land, runway 1, 416 Delta Mike. Okay, flaps, gear. Minimums. Okay, slowing down. There's a runway. Okay, 6 extended there, so we haven't crossed the center line yet. Okay. Okay, start the circle. Well, I blew past the turn.
500.
Oh, it's not looking good. Okay. Speed, there's the runway. You can see the runway. There we go.
Okay, Dave, I think we need to stop right here before it gets ugly.
Can you imagine how uncomfortable that approach must have been? Let's look at how we can fly that in a more standardized, safe manner. We're a couple miles outside of Dandy. We have our altitude selector set to the next altitude. We're going to start down now and try to stay a little bit farther ahead of the aircraft. There we go. Descending in vertical speed mode of 1,000 feet per minute ensures we make our necessary step down fixes. As soon as our altitude is captured, we're going to set our next step down altitude in anticipation of crossing the next fix. And we can think now about the heading to which we'll turn at the appropriate time in protected airspace. Crossing Dandy to Torby, we'll descend to 1,300. Notice I've set my range ring to 2.5 nautical miles. That will approximate the 2.7 miles of protected airspace I have around the runways, circling at Category C minimums with expanded protected area. I'll now set my MDA. And once I cross Torby, I can start my descent. And about a mile past Torby, I'll be in protected airspace. There's Torby. I'm going to start down to MDA now. We're maintaining VREF plus 20. I know this strong northwest wind is going to result in a tailwind as I turn base. So I'm going to start my turn from base to final for runway 1, maybe a little bit sooner. And I'm going to use the combination of the extended runway center line and my 60-second track vector to watch my instantaneous turn radius and help plan that. Now I'm just reaching the edge of that 2.7 nautical mile protected airspace. I'm going to start my turn to a 090 100 heading, set up for my base leg to runway 1. And set my missed approach altitude at this time. And now I'm just watching that track vector. I'm watching the runway, knowing that most pilots tend to end up too high rather than too low on a circle to land. I'm going to set landing flaps and leave MDA at this time. And as I spin my heading bug around to the landing runway heading, I'll get a sense right here, based on where my projected track is relative to the extended center line, whether I'm going to overshoot or in this case undershoot. In that case, if I just want to roll out for a second or two, I can do that and then come right back to the turn.
500.
At the appropriate point, I can click the autopilot off, but my flight director is giving me good guidance. And from here on out, it's just a question of following the heading command and maintaining a vertical speed of 600, 700, 800 feet per minute as necessary. And you'll see I'm rolling out just on the extended center line of runway 1 with a large but necessary crab angle, and I've slowed to my VREF speed just as I'm coming across the 50-foot threshold crossing height.
Thank you, Neil. That advice can be life-saving. There's much more safety material like this available on our website at citationjetpilots.com. Just click on the Safety tab. We'll see you soon and fly safe.